I'm sure over the next few months, it's just going to get better and better. And the next time we jump on one of these calls, you would have smashed a 5-figure month, which I'm very much looking forward to.
So am I. It's my motivation to get on the call with you.
Exactly.
In that 5K
Bro.
months, I could do another one of these.
How much money did you make last month?
10.3k commissions.
Use. How are we, brother?
What's going on, mate? You right?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Well, they probably would have just watched that video of you going, or of us going 10k before Christmas, 10k before Christmas. It's the end of November. It's the 1st of December. How much money did you make last month?
10.3k in commissions.
Come on. Come on.
That's
what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear. Mate, it's so sick because it does show that, like, you speak stuff into existence. If you know you can do it, if you say you're going to do it, then you will do it. There's plenty of videos of us saying together, we're going to get you to 10k.
I know.
Get you to 10k, and we did. How does it feel to be a 5-figure a monther?
Mate, it's pretty. I don't know. It's weird to describe. I was saying this the other day. It's strange. Obviously, this is like why you start it, but then obviously you want to that goal. Then the next goal comes in. Then the next goal comes in. This is obviously without a doubt like the biggest milestone because obviously it's that number you've been throwing around all the time. I'll make 10k a month, make 5 figures a month, and we both know after being in the space that's really not a reality, and for a lot of reasons for a lot of people. So to actually get to that point after knowing kind of what it took, it's almost made everything, not that it wasn't worth it first, but it's kind of made everything come into like fruition in terms of this is what I can actually do when I put my mind to something.
100%. And that's the thing. It's always going to be tough. It's never going to be easy.
Yeah.
Anyone claims any kind of journey to making a great achievement is easy.
Yeah.
If it was easy, it wouldn't be a great achievement.
Without a doubt. Exactly
that. Well, for those of you who don't know, obviously we've got another video on the channel where we spoke quite in depth about your past and what you're doing before. But tell me, like, what were you doing before this? For those of you who don't know who Yousuf is, like, give a brief overview of yourself, what you were doing, how you got into sales.
Feels like a world ago now. It really wasn't that long ago. So I was working in corporate finance up until end of March. So I left that beginning of April. Took a month kind of figuring out what the best path for me was. Was it another 9 to 5? It would have been. The thing is, it's right. If I was going to do another 9 to 5, it's out of the question now for like the rest of my life. But at the time, I was thinking if I was going to go do one, it probably would have been in a sales related role. Then obviously I came across you. I came across this and the whole online business space in general, and thought this has potential to be so much more. And obviously, 6-7 months down the line, that's come true. It's just crazy. Like I look now and I think, man, after just 6 months of hard work, I made more than my boss's boss's boss.
Mental.
It's actually, yeah.
Mate, you should drop him a message. By the way, mate, I just made 10k last month. Fuck you.
I was thinking about doing a LinkedIn post, but I thought, nah. LinkedIn post, no, maybe no.
Just to rub it in, just rub salt in the wound. Mate,
more to give motivation, mate. More to give the motivation.
Yeah, maybe do it. Maybe they'll be reaching out to me. Maybe your boss's boss will send me a message. That's hilarious. And what was it like? I know, again, we spoke about this before, but like, what was it about the normal route, the corporate job, the 9-5? Again, we speak about it all the time. There's no disrespect to people who are doing it. Like, why wasn't it for you? I have my reasons. Like, why wasn't it for you?
Yeah, you said it there yourself perfectly. Everyone kind of has their own reasons for why they just want to do something. It's just different. Just nothing wrong with it. It's just different. And for me, it's I guess more perks in terms of what I put into it is what I get out of it. I know what I'm capable of. If I achieve that, then there is kind of no limit, no, I guess, approval needed from anyone else to go and achieve what I can do. And that's aside from everything like the flexibility. I think they're honestly, they're fantastic benefits, but I guess they're smaller in comparison to the things we can also go on and do further down the line. Like, if just being in the space, your door is open. So many doors open in terms of how people actually make money online, and it's just crazy. So even to have that step in this, to see what we're going to go and do next, is probably the biggest benefit for me, because it just opens so many more doors up.
Yeah, definitely. And why specifically do you feel like the corporate world wasn't for you? Because you were in it for a bit. Well, you did your year in industry, and then you did Pepsi for what, a year or so?
Year and a half.
Yeah. And why? I mean, it's a long time. Like, why did you want to leave?
It just So much going through my mind. Like, there's so much I can say. It's just. I guess the simplest way to put it is just that it's like, oh, it's just so. I don't want to be too harsh, but I don't want to be too unrealistic either. It's like almost so robotic. It really is. It's like you're doing a job for someone else that you probably don't want to be doing. I'm working much harder now than any job would have ever made me work. That's because I put my inputs in something. I'm building up a skill. What I'm doing is for me, and no one is almost telling me what to do. I know what I have to do. I know how to go out and accomplish, and there's sort of no barrier, no limit, no one to report to, no one telling me go do this, no one to ask to take an extra hour at lunch, no one to ask when I can go on holiday. It's just all those little things. It's just kind of having that control.
What a feeling not to be able to fucking. I mean, for me, the thought of having to ask someone for holiday is just ridiculous. But that's the reality for most people.
It's actually crazy. I can think about the times back when I did it, and I just thought, do I ever have to ask someone to take time? Well, what I did a couple of times, I actually put my holiday, then told them what's going off, and they didn't like that. I was like, well, deal with it.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It is. It really is.
It is. That's the reality. You get 20 to 30 days holiday a year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think my brother gets, I don't know, 25.
Yeah, it's crazy. I remember someone said to me once, it's like towards the end when I was leaving as well. I was like, oh yeah, I just work so I can go on holidays.
Crazy. You know what I heard someone say the other day? I was with my family friends, and someone was chatting to someone. I overheard a conversation, and they asked this person, it was a family friend, and they asked, oh, are you enjoying your job? You enjoying work? And the person was like, not really, like, it's all right, it's okay. And then the woman replied, who is like, I don't know, 45, 50. Yeah. And she said, and she's worked in corporate for a long, long time. She said, well, it's a job at the end of the day. Look, you're not meant to enjoy it. It's a means to an end. And when I heard that, I was just like, fuck me. Like, really? You're just going to say the rest for another 35 years, that's going to be your reality. It's just a means to an end. You're not meant to like it.
That's nuts. And that phrase in itself was something which my dad said to me. He didn't say it's me. So he said to me, is it a means to an end? And then that made me think, I said, no, it's actually not a means to an end. A means to an end is something which you can treat as a stepping stone. And I probably did learn a few things here and there. Don't get me wrong. It probably was helpful, was beneficial. But in order to do what I'm doing now, realistically, I didn't need any of that. Not to say it wasn't a good experience. Not to say that, I guess not that it's relevant. My CV doesn't look good. It's more so the fact that I saw it, didn't like it. I know I don't like it. Onto this.
Yeah. Fuck your CV, mate. You don't need
I know. It's actually true. I know. Yeah, you are right.
I don't think I've ever had a CV in my life, and I'm doing all right. So I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
But nah, it is. It's crazy. It's crazy. And obviously, we've spoken before. You got to a point last time where you were making about $5,000 a month, and that was August, end of August.
I think it must have been August. Yeah, end of August. I think.
Yeah, it was 5.4. So what's changed between August to December that has basically helped you double the amount that you made? Like, what are the fundamental things you feel like changed in that time frame?
Oh, I think definitely a few things. Firstly, my inputs, like what I was doing at that moment in time, got me to that point. That same thing is not what's going to get you to 10K. I think it is another thing, part of the space, the offer you're on as well. That's massive. So, I actually took time off from that offer. And then what was I doing in August?
You're doing the fitness and the trading, and then
the fitness and the trading, and then it was like August, September. I'm trying to think what I was doing in September, October.
September, you were just like,
I think so. I was looking for. I think this is how it went. Yeah, August, I got the 5. I think July, August, doing decent numbers. Then I wanted to, be on a better, more established offer, which actually had potential to get me to 10K because they were fine. I was closing, making decent money, but they didn't have the potential to take me to that next level, which is what I wanted to get to. So I remember we were actually in Portugal in September. At that time, I don't think I was actually in a role because I was doing interviews while we were out there. So pretty much the whole of September was spent on trying to nail a role, get a great offer. So I was spending a lot of time applying, a lot of time reaching out to people, a lot of time doing looms, I probably honestly spent more time in that month, September, outreaching and applying for roles than I did actually working in August when I made that 5K. Because, we spoke about getting to that 10K, it's way harder than getting from 0 to 5 is easier than getting from 5 to 10.
Definitely. Yeah. I think that's the thing, like I said this, and I saw a similar thing with myself, and I see it with everyone. Like, you can get to the 5K, and then if you then want to get to the 10, the 15, the 20K, like, you're going to have to make sure that the role that you're on
exactly
for your goals.
Yeah.
And your role wasn't. And that's the conversation we had to have. Where I was
exactly.
Like, if you want 10K, then you're going to have to find another role.
Yeah, and it's not going to come overnight, and it didn't. But I got the role end of September, got the role, and this is like probably one of the best offers in the space.
Yeah, man.
It's actually pretty mental in terms of not only who my team is, but the brand I'm working for. The amount of calls I have on my calendar, literally everything about it. It's almost like the perfect mix of everything to get me to that next level. So, that time away where I wasn't making any money, just applying to roles, has definitely compounded to now where I'm on a roll, not only which has potential to make way more than 5 figures a month, but, somewhere I can stay long term and develop in.
100%. I think that. Well, and then what was October? We just missed out, didn't we? How much did you make in October?
October was at 9.2, and that was gutting as well because I wasn't, because I joined the offer. I started closing on like the 4th of October, I think it was.
Yeah, and
I missed a few days there, but just missed out there. Yeah. But I learned a lot from October, and that's definitely what took me into November. And I knew I was kind of had this already motivation in me already to actually have to make that 10K, because I know December I'm going to be away. I'm going to miss like 13 days in December, so it's going to be difficult to do it in December. Okay, November had to be the month. So I kind of dialed things in, and obviously the hours I was doing, how many calls I'd open on my calendar every day. Like I remember saying to you at one point as well, like, it's going to happen this month. Like, I don't have a choice. If I need to keep my calendar open 24 hours a day, I will. It's going to happen. 100%. It's going to happen.
And that links to something you said earlier, where you were like, you're working harder than you've ever worked in your life. And that's the thing, like, this isn't easy, like, by any means. Obviously you have to put in the work, but it's different when you're putting in work, working for a company like Pepsi, where you're a cog in the wheel. You said this to me before, you're a cog in the wheel. You felt like you had no value, you had no potential to make more money than you were, so there was no incentive to work. But when you're working so you can make more money, there's no cap on commission. You can make as much as you want. Like, what's the difference with the hard work you feel between a corporate job and like what you're doing now?
I think that's a really good question. I think one of the things, I don't feel like I've ever been the hardest worker. I've always just done pretty well by just giving it a decent go, getting it by. I've always done pretty well with everything, like managed to get some really good jobs by not really trying. Like, both my interviews, like it's not like I had to apply for loads of jobs doing a 9 to 5 to get those roles I did. Like, I just managed to just get by doing okay. So I think the difference was in this, not only I'm actually enjoying it. Like, work before would have felt like, oh man, I got to do another 2-3 hours of this. When's this going to be done? When's this going to be done? Now the clock gets like 9-10, and I was like, okay, a few more hours to go. Don't mind it. It's fine. Probably because I enjoy it. And once again, your inputs are directly related to your outputs. I think that's probably the biggest thing, to be honest.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, it's like, I work through my hours at this corporate job, and do I get anything extra for those 3 hours? No, it's the same thing every day. Whilst if you've got 3 extra calls on your calendar, it's like, especially with the deals you close, you're closing like 10K deals, so you get $1,000 commission. It's like, okay, I've got 3 hours here, I've got 3 calls, I could make $3,000 in commission if things go well. And that is a different kind of motivation that you're going to have when you're out.
And it's tough. Like, I guess it's tough, but sometimes the clock does get to like 5-6. I'm thinking, oh man, everyone else in the world is finishing work now, and I'm pretty much just getting warmed up, getting started. And then I just switch out at that moment, and I don't mind, because I think I actually enjoy what I do. It's like, if you enjoy what you do, then it doesn't become work so much. Like, this is just kind of like a normal part of my life now, and I enjoy it. That's what it is. It doesn't feel like work, so I have to switch off from it, so I don't really want to.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Addicted. You get addicted to it. You want to make more. You've got that potential, and it's like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you work more? Why wouldn't you take more calls? Especially,
it doesn't feel like work a lot of the time. It really doesn't. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, and that's obviously amazing. Like for most people, they absolutely hate their job. Like I said,
Exactly.
it's a means to an end. Probably literally the most depressing 4 words I've ever heard in my life.
I know.
Like it's so depressing, and the fact that you actually
Settle.
fully, like you're settling and you enjoy what you're doing is great. And the other thing as well is, talk about what you've got coming up. You worked really hard, 9.2k, 10k, so you made like 20k in 2 months, which is sick. And now you're going away with your dad, aren't you, for like a couple of weeks?
I am. Yeah, we're flying on 2 days. Flying in 2 days. We're going to. I don't know if you're watching the F1, Ben, but we're going to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Oh, you actually?
Yeah. And it's like, mate, the championship is going to come down to this race of the season.
Unreal.
It's a 3-way fight. It's actually nuts. I can't believe it's coming down to this. Yeah, it's actually insane. Like, I'm so excited, and it's going to be awesome. And obviously, like I told you this as well. Like when I said to the team, like, yeah, I'm going to be off from the 2nd to the 11th. I won't take any calls. But yeah, sweet, bro. Have a good time.
Yeah,
it was more of FYI, so know that my end of day forms aren't coming in. Like it was more of that. And even the thing is, even when I'm out there, I'm still gonna get what I can done when I can. I've had a few good conversations from last week, which are going to follow into this week. Follow-ups to do some revenue generating activities I can always get done. If I've got a spare block or two, maybe get a call or two in. It's never going to be my priority, but when I'm away, but it's something I'm going to think about because, as I said, I enjoy it. It's kind of part of what I do and part of my day to day. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the time off. I feel like I need it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like you've built up a pipeline now where you can dive in, and while you're away, if you want to work bring up a few old leads and close a couple of deals, you can. Like I remember really clearly, and hopefully the same will happen to you. I remember when I went to Norway with my mum, when we were in the airport, I was having a pint with my mum, and I fucking closed like a 5k deal.
Exactly.
Like, this is mint. I've just paid for like half this holiday for me and my mum, and I've just done it, and I didn't even need to take sales from ages ago.
Exactly. I think I've got. That's what I'm looking forward to. I think I've got a few of them coming in. So yeah.
And that's when it's like, it's real freedom because you're in Dubai watching the Grand Prix and you just closed a 10k deal and you're just on your phone. You just made $1,000. It's like, of course, you put in the work before and you took the previous sales call, whatever. But then to be able to just dive into a pipeline and just go, yeah, sweet. I'll just message this guy, see what he replies, and then I make $1,000 whilst I'm watching the Grand Prix with my dad.
Exactly.
Doesn't
no, it's class.
Yeah, unreal. And how obviously we've been working together now for a while. 7 months, probably 6 months, realistically, because of June. You were away with your
May as well.
Yeah, like realistically, it's probably like, mate, bro, it's like 5 months of proper work, realistically.
It really is, because say May was pretty interrupted, June's pretty interrupted, July, August, September, October, November. We'll call it 6.
Yeah, which is pretty mad. Like, it's really, really cool. And obviously, we've been working together. Like, how have you found working with me? Firstly, just obviously, there's a community, which I feel like is just like a whole nother aspect of it as well. Yeah. But we'll start with like the program, the coaching, obviously me and you, the relationship we've built. I feel like, now we're just boys. Like we're going to Argentina.
We're going to Argentina together, mate. We're going to live together for a while in Argentina. Like it's crazy. Yeah. We'll talk about that as well. But I think on the points you just said, it's been great. I think you've done a great job to build up a great community. I even got one of my great mates from involved, one of my mates from uni, and I got involved because I knew he'd love it. I knew he'd be good at it. I knew he'd get along with everyone. So it's one of those things which I'd love to get my friends involved in, because it's something which has not only helped me but can also help them and others. And it's exactly that. The support from you, the support from everyone, it is great. In terms of the coaching, obviously I'm on sales calls now, so I don't have as many chances to speak with you, but you're there. In terms of when all the boys are meshing each other, it's great. Couldn't really ask for much more, to be honest. It's as you said, it's one of those communities you want to build where you keep in touch with everyone, and you kind of know everyone's path, what everyone's doing, and you're helping them out best you can. Like when did I send you? I think it was like last week when I was having not my best week, because I probably had a bit of pressure on me to try and get, because I had such a start to the month, and a bit of pressure on me to get that 10k. And I asked you for some tips, advice, what to do. And I asked obviously my gaffer on this offer. And after asking you, I closed deal 3 days in a row. After just getting that tip, just little things make a massive difference, and having that support is obviously always going to be huge.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I think that's the thing. Like, obviously I've spoken with Gustavo and James today as well, and they both say it as well. When you just surround yourself, one, with people who are all aiming towards the goal that you want to achieve,
Exactly.
like, inevitably you're going to get there. Like, it's just so true, and I'm sure you found that.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think that's probably the biggest thing, knowing if others can do it, starting in the same position, then why can't you? With the right work, obviously, it's not just going to happen like that. But you know, I feel like everyone's capable of actually putting in the work. I really do. It's just about finding that drive and knowing that it is the right thing for you. But I feel like anyone's capable of getting to the point that I've gotten to, because in terms of sales, conversations, talking to people in I guess the manner I do now, it's very different to how I would have done things 6 months ago. So if I can get to that point from where I started, I really don't think it can be that difficult for anyone, obviously, with the right inputs.
Yeah, mate. I mean, again, like, kudos to you. You've obviously, I can give you everything. You know, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And you've drunk, bro. You've done well. Like, you've put in a shit ton of work, and there's nothing more rewarding for me than watching your whole journey over the past 6 months. And I can't wait to see the other boys do it. I already have seen some of the other boys do it. So it's really cool, and you fucking deserve to have made this kind of money now. I mean, if you were to, this is an interesting question.
Yeah.
If you were to have told yourself when you were leaving that job in March that you would have made $10,000 in November of the same year, what do you think he would have told you? If you were to tell him now.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was thinking about it yesterday. And, you know, I remember, when we first spoke, when I spoke to my parents about it, and I was telling them, I was like, you know, I think this can actually make me, I can make 10K in 6 months doing this. I remember sitting on the sofa telling them that, and I've actually like gone and done it. Like, it's actually like, it's really surreal to think about. And you know, now that we've kind of hit this milestone, like it was great for, you know, that day. And I thought on to the next. I've set the benchmark for myself now, on to the next. And if that level is possible, then, you know, more and more is possible. So it's just about kind of keeping growing, developing, know what you can do. But this is without a doubt like the major milestone which kind of everyone wants to achieve, because it gives them the ability to know that they can go out and do it with the right mindset and with the right inputs and work.
Yeah, 100%. It's a cool goal to hit. I remember when I hit mine. I'm sure you'll always remember this, but
yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
Well, then you want more. You know, you want more. You want to make more money. Like, 10K is the benchmark for you now. And you're going to want to get to more places. I mean, what are some goals again, so we can look back at this like we have done?
Yeah, well, obviously December we're a bit of a write-off. So I want to do it in November. Jan, obviously we're going to be locked in. We're going to be around some cool people doing the same thing, all working online, pushing each other, living in the same roof. I think that's just going to be massive. That's another, like, we haven't really touched on it that much, but I think that ability as well. Like one of the boys coming with us, Luca, you met him in Bali doing what we're going to go and do in Argentina. Like it's nuts. There's so many people doing the same thing, pushing each other. I guess becoming the best they can be in their space. So for Jan, you know, it'd be great to hit 15.
Yeah.
Take December to kind of reflect, grow, and really knuckle down on what I've done well, what I can improve on, and then we're in January, just literally hit the ground running. And yeah, 15 is definitely the goal for Jan, and don't want to go below a 5-figure month for the whole of next year. Well, we'll say 6 months, because we don't know what's going to happen after, but the next year, 6 months at least. So I've set the benchmark for myself. You're right. It's just about maintaining. I know what I have to do to get it. It's about, I guess, making that process more efficient, and also just keep on delivering, learning, and improving.
Yeah, mate. There's no reason why you can't hit 15K, and I think that you'll be surprised at December being more than you think, because again, you've taken a lot of calls. So I feel like you'll get some more follow-ups, and maybe you weren't expecting. You'll get a few calls in. Like, December's typically a slow month for everyone, obviously. But I think you'll be surprised. I think you'll get more in than you think, which is going to be cool. And realistically, you're going to make probably way more this month than you would in your corporate job anyway. So.
Oh yeah, probably, yeah. And maybe just to follow up slowly. I mean, I've got a couple. I'm looking at my CRM now. We've just got a guy who wants to talk again tomorrow. Got another guy who's transferring money to from his PayPal to his card so he can pay. So there's a few things in the works that I'd say without trying, it's the wrong way to put it. Because obviously, as you said, I was on those calls, I spoke to those people, but really without having to put in that extra grind.
Yeah, I hope you get a deal coming when you're watching the Grand Prix. That would be cool.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Get your dad to film you.
Yeah, I know, that'd be cool.
It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. Well, I think another thing that you said, which is like so good for someone like me to hear, is that, like, you know, you obviously saying, "Oh, I would happily get my mates involved with this," which is great. Obviously, that's like the perfect thing I want to hear.
Yeah.
What would you say, to someone who is, I don't know, maybe they're working a corporate job, maybe they're watching this, maybe they're thinking, yeah, I feel the same way Yousuf and Ben do. I have similar mindset. I don't know whether I want to do it. I'm on the fence. I think it's a scam or whatever their objection might be.
Yeah.
Fucking pussy. What would you say to them? Like, what would your advice be?
You feel like you're capable of doing more than you're doing right now. If you are, then there's no harm in trying. There really isn't. There really isn't. If you feel like you're capable of doing more than what you're doing now, why wouldn't you give it a go? If you're satisfied with where you are, if you're comfortable, that's also fine. It's really about, and I feel like most people out there really do feel very conformed to what they're doing. They almost feel like it's very natural, very normal, and they do know that they can and should be doing more. If you kind of have that desire to do more than what you're doing now, just do it. It's really that. It's obviously easier once it's coming from someone that has taken that jump. Also from someone that has taken that jump, saying that it's worth it also brings like a whole another level of credibility to it, because as I said, I knew nothing about sales, nothing about online business, nothing about any of this stuff at all. So if I can do this and take the jump, then I feel like anyone can, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's that gnawing feeling in your head of like something's chewing away at your brain going, you should be doing something different. You should be trying something.
Exactly.
And I heard a stat the other day, which is interesting. You'll find interesting. Like, I think it was like 70% of people don't have an inner voice. Oh,
yeah.
Still there?
Down there.
Oh, mate, my Wi-Fi's been dodgy. Like 70% of people don't have an inner voice.
I saw that. Yeah, surely that's not true.
Well, I don't know, but it's mental. Like, if you have an inner voice of someone saying you should be doing this, you should be doing that, then you are like your what's the word I'm looking for?
Conscience.
Yeah, your conscience is different to everyone else. So again, you have different goals, you have different things you want to achieve. Like, just don't settle. It doesn't need to be with me. It could be with anything.
It's true. Yeah, you're right.
I don't give it. Obviously, I care about people joining my program, but I couldn't give less of a shit. I'd rather someone actually take action on what they want to achieve and do something than fucking nothing. And I think that's the biggest thing.
I think that's you kind of hit the nail on the head there. Just do something as opposed to doing nothing.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we'll leave it there, mate. Well, gas for Argentina, mate. Enjoy your time off with your dad. Grand Prix. Take a second when you're away to look around and appreciate it. Look at you're with your dad. You're at the Grand Prix. You made 10K last month. Like, seriously, take time to like, wow, I've actually achieved this goal, because it's really, really cool, mate. And I'm proud of you. You worked really fucking hard.
Thank you, mate. And as always, thanks for your support and help.
No worries, brother. All right, mate. I'll speak to you soon.
Take it easy, brother. Thank you, mate.
Bye bye.